There we go. Hi, hello. Yes, today it is time for me to suffer live. So, I did manage to beat this dungeon on my own, offline. Well, not offline, obviously. Uh, when I was playing by myself. But here's the problem. My stats kind of suck. I actually respect a bit from the thumbnail, so you can see I moved my points out of damage, because obviously those aren't doing anything. And I moved some out of HP as well, because I thought maybe that would be helpful to get my defense a little higher, but now I regret where my HP is. Still, we have the ability to adjust that at a cost of 60 gold a time, I think it was? Oh, fun stuff, I know, but that's what I said. I said I was going to show it that it was possible, and I'm going to do it. So I'm a little bit adjusting the build from what I did last time. So I've switched to using a detail damage food. I should probably pull out the class buff here. Obviously we're going to use a flame elixir. I've got a couple tonics, although I might want to save the HP tonic to make sure it... No, it'll be less than an hour. It shouldn't take more than an hour. Oh, hello, Jack. Thank you. I'm glad that you found them helpful. I probably don't want to use any of those event buffs, but I am going to throw in a harming potion, and I'd really like to get a, I know I grabbed one. Where is it? One of those free Navia food things? My inventory is such a mess, I can't even see it. Navia Noble Cuisine. There we go. That's my list of buffs. My speed is still only 41%. It's fine. It's fine! I think this is still better than what I had last time, so... The first obstacle is mobs. I hate these mobs, so... I don't have anything that's gonna vanish when I die, do I? Alright, so here's the fun part. I've got to stand as still as possible to be able to get my crit rate up. But I can't tank these mobs. Yeah. See, problem is I can't tank the mobs, so I've got to keep moving. That being said, my crit rate is quite bad. So as you can see, when I'm moving, my crit rate sits at about 55, but when I stand still, we get 100%. And if there was less mobs, this would be easier, because then I wouldn't have to move around as much, but I think at the beginning here, we're just gonna have to kind of just take forever on it. Get that in before the precise debuff ends. I think it's... I'm not entirely sure whether or not it's the precise buff stacking up to 6 that is the key to being able to do the massive damage here. But that's kind of exactly what I'm staring at. I'm not even looking at the mobs. At this rate, I don't think it's even worth worrying about my crit rate. Now, I think that's one mob down. Yep. And yes, the bosses are still harder than this. Alright, we're it's 6 stacks, so E, 3, 5, 4. Oop. I don't know that I had enough time to get all those in while the precise was active. Thank you. I think I need to charge more shots too. Alright, that seemed a bit more effective. And these guys have been taking some hits from my AoE, so that'll be fine. Nope. Had a bit of a hair bug there, that's fine. Alright. I think I'm going to lose precise to that. Yep. Alright, there we go. First all done, on to the first boss. Get you up to 6 stacks just right away. I don't think I hit everything in while he had the stacks on there. Should I be charging that one? I guess it's not bad charging it, but... Hello, Neza! I'm currently a little bit locked in here, so I might be slow reading chat. That looks pretty good. I'm kind of just staring at the precise stacks, though. Yeah, I didn't quite make it all the way to Nightfall Hexshot while precise was stacked there. Right, hit full charge on that. Precise stack again, full charge on that, precise stack again, then hex shot, then this one. That seemed like a good combo. I didn't notice if the ice arrow stayed for the entire duration though. Okay, that seemed to work. Well, Neza, it's a quite a warm day actually. I should probably turn on the fan. And I'm sitting here in the abyss hoping that I can beat it while live without dying too many times. But I'm going to point out something. So the timer here is what? 15 minutes? 20 minutes? If you come back to the main room, because technically this entire dungeon is counted as being the first hall, you can just refresh your buff at any time, so you can take your time on this dungeon. You don't need to worry about rushing it. There we go. But, yeah, it's kind of embarrassing trying to go through this with stats that are this pathetic. Less than 400,000 HP. There are people in Impact that have more HP than this. Let's try that same rotation here, though. Actually, I think I'm taking too much damage from these guys. Whoop! These guys hit hard! I think it's because there's too many of them. But honestly, fewer challenging enemies is way easier on this class than a large group of middlingly challenging enemies. Just because I've got 0 AoE. Well, not 0, but next to. Did I tap target? Yes, I did. Have it. Oh, come on, and I didn't get a single one of them. Hello, Savior! I'll probably only be able to glance at chat when I die, so if it takes me a bit to respond to your messages, I apologize. And I keep forgetting to use Aurora Arrow, which has got the buff from my weapon. Yeah, until I get rid of a couple of these guys, it's probably better just to focus on staying alive. Although if I can keep them grouped up nice and close, it's probably better. I say, and then immediately use the knockback skill. Good work. Yeah. Four, 5, 6, E, 3, 4. There we go. Yeah, once there's one of them, it's not so bad trying to stand still, because I can use the knockback and the freeze. And second boss! Where are we at on the timer? Well, I've already refreshed it once, so... Five, 6. Alright, Q, 2, 1. Charge E. Charge 3? I don't think I should be charging 3. Charge Q. Charge E. 2, 3, 4. If you haven't figured it out, I do not know what I'm doing for rotation right now. I'm still trying to figure that out. So my idea is I'm going to keep Precise stacked, and try to make sure that Ice Arrow is active when I'm using my big skills. I don't know how well it's going because it's hard for me to focus on that when I'm taking so much damage too. At the very least, my combo ends with the lifesteal one, but I don't know how to get Aurora Arrow in there. How long is the Aurora Arrow buff? I don't know, I can't see it on my skills. That was pretty good. Yep. Get down. Let's go ahead and refresh the buff. Yeah, it's been about 15 minutes. Shoot. 5 stacks, 6 stacks, and dead. All my buffs are still active, right? Yes. There you are. Alright, I've learned my lesson. Be careful with these guys. Yes, be careful. I don't know if I've learned my lesson. I think the shortest buff I've got is the harming potion, and I've only got 3 more of them. So I think we just gotta stick back from these guys as much as possible until I've got them down to 1. And breaking the habit of constantly tab targeting is quite challenging. I think I'm doing better this one. Yeah, I should probably be charging more skills, but I don't know where to fit them in. But I know precise shot should probably not be charged. Adapt! There's no meaning behind using that skill, but it looks cool. I just kind of wanted to use it. Alright, next up is number 2 guy. Hit you with the precise shot up to 6 stacks, some cryo. Wrong game. And I lost the precise stacks. I'm getting dizzy. Just looking at it. Oh, hello, Resonant. Sorry, glanced over and saw you, but I am kind of locked in here, so it's hard to look at the chat. I've gotten a trance there for a bit, sorry. Just running around the circle. Alright, once you're gone, I think we can stop circling. Just gonna kind of hop here until... hit you with that one. Yeah, as soon as I got him isolated, it's no problem. It's just taking too much damage from the group of them. There. And again, I forgot about Aurora. How long is the Aurora arrow buff? 5 seconds. That's barely enough to be able to use anything. Alright, well, we're at the boss. Oh, working while watching streams, huh? Alright. That's precise. Done. Hit you with that. Hit you with charge on darkness cycle. And then charge on blood arrow? That appears to be the way to do it. But I lost my precise stacks in there somewhere. Six. Heal. 1. Charged. 2, 3, 4. I'm not entirely sure if I'm getting in the last hit, the dimensional blood arrow, while still I've got precise stacks on there. Okay, that made it in. But it didn't hit as hard. I should probably be charging it. Ah. Mistake. I didn't mean to do that. And I probably shouldn't have used that right off the bat. Oh, my first potion ran out. Nice! Radiant Darkness and Blood Arrow. I've seen it hit harder. Yeah, I got the... without the charge during that rotation, I got Dimensional Blood Arrow in the second the precise stack vanished. And I didn't think I was going to survive another one of the Nightfall Hex shots there because I needed the lifesteal. So it's totally worth charging that one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ice. Q. E charge. I missed the charge. And I'm gonna die if I don't heal. Hello, Ranka! I'm just running through this on the OG server. As you can see, this is a class that's not out yet on Impact, but I do play Impact, just not right now. I was playing this morning, and I did all my solo runs, and then I tried to do solo runs on matchmaking so that I could get some LP. But yeah, this class should be dropping in Impact in like a month. They said that the next one this week is going to be Grenadier, and next is going to be Bow. But this is probably a terrible showcase for Bow because I've got very bad gear on here, or maybe I should say my archive isn't good enough to actually run this properly. Whoa, that should not have hit me. I completely lost track of my rotation while I was talking! I can't believe this gives regular dragon points at level S40. You know, technically this dungeon can be run at level 95, so it might be fun to see some kind of ridiculously powerful whale try and challenge it at level 95. Anyway, we're gonna refresh the buff because there is no way I am beating that in 8 minutes. At least it's only 2 mobs here. Yeah, we lost the stacks. 4 stacks, 5 stacks, 6 stacks. Ice. Charge E. Charge Q. 3 stack, 3, and charge 4. That hit pretty good. Actually, with the way that these guys are hit, no, I should probably still keep moving. E. Oh, hello, Plinko! I'm challenging the impossible dungeon. Oh, ho, 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 ho. I'm actually making a lot better time than I did last time. It took me 40 minutes the first day I did it, but I do want to add that it took so long because I was goofing around with using the gun subclass. I thought maybe by using decoy on these guys and taking the heat off me, I'd be able to pick them off faster, but didn't really work out the way I was hoping. And I just kind of want to wait until... Alright, we're stacked. Charge Q. Precise. Charge E. Oh, and that ruined my rotation. You would have given up after 15 minutes? No way! This is what I said when I meant that I was... This is what I meant when I said that I was under-geared, though, because this is absolutely not the way this game normally plays. In a solo mode especially. But you know what? If the number of damage I'm doing is above 1, it means that it's possible to beat. Wizard main on impact. I don't know whether or not fire or ice is the meta now. This is the final boss. How's my buffs? I mean, it took me 3 minutes in the video. A little over 3 minutes, so I should probably be able to make it through without refreshing any of these. You can definitely finish Blinko. Alright, we'll hit you with the 6 stacks of precise. Then we're gonna try hit that. 1 more precise, charged. 3. 1 more precise, then charged 4. I don't know if my Zephyr Turmoil was still active. I guess that's 12 seconds. That should still have been active. All of our skills are on. Yes, yes. I probably should charge that one. Well, I don't know if it's actually only going to take me 3 minutes. That's just my hope. And then afterwards we can quickly run through the other modes so you can see how buggy they are when you leave spikes on the ground. Oh shoot, I'm out of order. I like this song quite a bit. Just keep stacking. Precise. Wait until I can heal. There we go. Precise. Charge Q. Precise. Frost. Precise. Charge E. Precise. 3. Charge 4. That did a pretty good amount of damage. I really need to go back and look and see what exactly was the best case scenario for damage. He's still at 6 stacks. Q. 2. 1. Charge E. 1. 3. 4. Oh, I probably should have done some more charging. Oh, Aichi! Congratulations on finishing your holy chest! Is what I assume that means. And congratulations to me! That took... Oh, I didn't even notice that my burst of speed ran out. Oh, but you got yourself the enough to wait for the next event, eh? Congratulations! Next time they run the Awakening Holy Chest event. Anyway, now the next level down from that, the S15, is ridiculously easy in comparison. Watch this. Watch this. And of course I've got no AoE, so I have to pick everything up individually, but... Oh, you already have the 6 Awakening Stones! Alright, hit him with that. You see the spikes left on the floor there? It triggered again. It killed the next boss already. So, because it killed the next boss already, when I run through here, it's probably going to be borked. Yeah, so it took me right past that boss room into the next mob room. And now there's no boss here. Alright, and now we're at the room, or a room that doesn't have any mobs. And there is the third boss, so we'll hit him. Move through. And then I kill the final boss. So you can see in my chat log here, I got the boo I lost, which means I've killed the final boss, which means I'm not going to find anything in the last room. But at least you can confirm that you definitely did get all of the bosses. So it's not like you've missed one, or your run is like borked and you didn't get some of the mobs. You find all of them. It's just that the rooms get really screwed up. And this is the level 95 version, so this is going to be an absolute cakewalk. Honestly, I kind of wish I had recorded my first run through of the solo modes here, the easier solo modes, because it was actually kind of neat seeing how many achievements you got in a row. And I actually didn't get any Kerberos frags from this so far, just as a here, which is fine. And Plinko, seeing that you were not able to beat the entire thing in 3 minutes while I struggle in 35 minutes approximately, it does bring me a little bit of joy. It's just, I get what's going on, and I know I'm hitting everything, like I'm not missing any bosses, but it is still funny. And that's it! Oh, alright, stream done! Nah, I think I'll goof around a little bit longer, but I should have gone into my character window to show you my stats inside there, but basically, what was in the, I guess I did a bit at the start, but my detailed stats aren't the most amazing in the game. I'm actually not even in the top 100 for Archive if we go into Leaderboard. Idle on Archive, yeah. I am 5,000 points. Oh yeah, that's right, Plinko. The Infernal Trial Marker 2 is the same again in all modes, so you can just grab it. And it's also the same across all floors, so you can continue to grab it, so you can take 35 minutes, even though it's supposed to be limited to 20. But yeah, my Eidolon Archive is not even top 100 in the game, so as you can see, I'm a little bit behind in respect to that. And that's what it feels like those kind of dungeons are, because when your damage is literally 0, you've got debuffs and detailed. So, I know I keep using my physical and ice skills, but those are like negative when I'm inside that dungeon. But I need those debuffs to be able to actually hit them with the damage from my dark skills. It is what it is. Anyway, I'm gonna switch over. I mean, obviously my Scrub account cannot beat that hard mode, but I do need Scrub to get her hands on the S15 weapon, which is the second mode. So let's go ahead and check out Scrub for a second. There we go. Oh, you mean that like across the different modes it's the same buff? I guess that makes sense too. I don't know if I've been on Scrub since I changed costume, but yeah, I got her a cute new costume off the Paragon the other day, so... It should be a little less getting dizzy. I don't think we'll be running around in circles as much on Scrub here. But obviously we're not doing the hardest mode either. Oh, and I used a temporary Stormflame integration manual thing here on the last stream, so that's just kicking around from then. Actually, come to think of it. Oh yeah, I accidentally bought freaking Elite Guardian Sprite instead of LP. Or the Ruby coins with my LP, so I am super low on LP. Scrub whale. You know what? I'm not a fan of these temporary manuals because they feel too precious to use. But then once I have the real, like, manuals, but not the best level ones, it feels kind of like... Can I... Should I just use up the really fancy ones? Nope, wrong direction. This way. I mean, obviously, if I'd used an integrated Holy Dark manual for that last fight, that I would have definitely done a lot better. Because the problem with the Dark manual is that it is PvP focused, but you need it to get the integrated Holy Dark manual, which is not specifically only PvP focused. Oh, this is the song that I put on for the video. Actually, we should take a look at her gear for a second. So, this is not even the super challenging mode, and if you look at her stats, everything in red is in the negatives. The only skills that are actually doing a decent amount of damage are flame skills, which is the singular Flame Slash. So I don't know why it kind of felt like my Whirlwind Slash was being quite helpful. Actually, I guess it's got the debuff on it, right? Yeah. Yeah, def minus 12%. And as usual, Grim is my flame Eidolon, so that's why we're just using the starter. I feel like I should be properly farming this because you need 1,000 of these Hellfires to be able to get the weapon. And she does have Sahir, but how many stars? 1. Oop. Wow, almost actually kicked it there. But as you can see, if you're not leaving something that's killing the bosses before you even get to them, there's no issues with these modes. They just properly load in the right order. Honestly though, this account does not have Kerberos, right? Yeah. It seems to me that the Kerberos frags are quite rare, and they are an extra item drop, so using drop charms isn't going to help get Kerberos frags. They did add them into LP though. Not that I've got LP for that on this account. This one's going to be a cakewalk, but I'll walk into the other one so you guys can see how absolutely pathetic my stats are going to be. Like, on midday, my HP was actually higher than this after the stats debuff. Yeah, come on. Bounce. There we are. And what are the debuffs like here? Oh, very little, comparatively. Oh, no, that's a decent amount. I think it was negative 35 on most of these. And the other one? Holy moly, Plinko, you've done it 30 times already? Which weapon are you going for? Actually, is Agony even helpful here? No. I don't have anywhere near enough crit damage for Agony on this account, but I've still got it. I should really work on this account a little bit more. I need a Holy Spirit too. Oh. Nice! Yeah, wizard! Actually, hold on a second. Let's check out the wizard. Wizard is up here somewhere. Wizard. And then reselect wizard. Okay, I need 5. Oh man, there's so many achievements for having crafted. There's literally 2 weapons at every level. And every one has its own unique achievement, doesn't it? Damage received from all attributes increases crit damage of flame attack skills by 5. That's not even that great at level 95, but when we go into Awakening... Wizard. I mean, I guess I should be looking at the 15 ones for myself. When using Fire Meteor, gain Intoxicating Song status. All attributes skill damage plus 15%. Damage to all... Oh, jeez. I kind of like that, though. And this is the other 15 one. So one for ice and one for flame, actually. Gosh, I kind of like the wizard's weapon. It actually looks pretty good. See, I wasn't impressed with the warbow one. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to leave it as Kerberos. Go into warbow. Ranger. Boring name. So, like, when casting Precise Shot, gain Lethal Point Shot status, which increases physical skill damage by 8% and Thorn Piercing skill damage by 20%. But Thorn Piercing sucks, and it's damage to flame attribute targets, so it's specifically only really going to help in this one dungeon, right? Like, it's not as, like, useful. And this one, the reason why I'm not a fan of it is because I've already fortified up the one that's basically the same effect, but on, just filter by gold. The Yayoi Kirizuki no Abo. It's the same effect, slightly weaker, but it doesn't have all that weird random fire stuff going on. So yeah, it's slightly weaker, but you can get a dark element or a holy element. I mean, obviously physical element is not doing anything for you in this game, so you can ignore that, but yeah, it's like, there's no point. Anyway, you want to see how bad it is if I go into the Abyss mode on this one? Half my HP, which is actually not as bad as I was expecting. I was expecting worse. And 0 crit rate. Speed could be lower. If I do more than 1 damage? Oh. No, I literally can't even hit them. No! I think I saw a couple 600s in there, but for the most part, my accuracy is not high enough to handle these guys either, and it's not even debuffed. Oh, yeah, no, that's not happening. Not in the slightest. Should have put that as the thumbnail. Anyway, I do believe I'm gonna call that not possible. Oh, the 600 damage wasn't even from me, was it? My dutiful Grim was the one doing the actual damage here, huh? Honestly, though, I was said that it was gonna just be for those dungeons, but I kind of don't want to end the stream just right here. I'm gonna run it on a couple more characters on my main account, not the Abyss mode, because that's not happening. Midday's the only one that can handle that. Yeah, I don't think Scrub or Lancet would be able to handle anything because I've taken away a bit of their gear. Restora? Yeah, no, not her either, I don't think. Yeah, because it is S15. I should put some more work into her. Switching again. What, you want me to run it on Atos? I don't think he's got a proper set of gear on right now, but he can be not... I Is Noon or Philosophia that's got my Agni? I think she does. We'll run it on Philosophia, and then we'll move her gear over into the shared warehouse, and try to do Abyss on... No, I need Midday's gear to do it on Atos even. That reminds me that I still haven't moved Agni back to midday, so that I still might have been wasting a bunch of crit damage. Oh, she's in level 90 gear. Unfortified. But she does have my plus 30 Agni, which is probably overkill for her because she's got base for an extra 100% crit rate, or crit damage cap. Gosh, my builds are all over the place. Wait, since when did I have an S30 Nocturnal Bard weapon? I've got a couple Agni, but only 2 of them are fortified. One is plus 30, one is plus 20, and the other is not fortified. I'm trying to work on my Awakening Holy Chest still, so if I go to my Awakening Holy Chest here, where is it? I'm getting close. I'm getting close. And then I can start worrying about fortifying other things, but because I don't run the Vault of Eternity very much, my fragments are a problem. But I guess with her Agni, and that harp, and Midday's gear, we throw it on Atos and we see if he can handle it. My Wind Archive is kinda pathetic. But yeah, this isn't very fun. This is just too easy. Oh. Alright, that's what we'll do. After we beat this, I'm gonna gather up some gear and we'll try to get Atos through that hard mode as well, because I think Warbow's got much better debuffs. I just realized I wasn't using a contract on Midday, was I? I mean, not that I've got very good contract, but... could have at least used a Nightmare. Probably wasn't using a pet either. Man, I am so good at this game! Alright, Bat. No, unlock. I probably want to bring the code book. Obviously Agni, but the ice weapon thingy is fine. Wait, they removed the meteor animation? I thought they just adjusted it. Alright, we'll throw that in there. Right, then we need armor, Holy Spirit. I probably want the anima and the emblem from Midday too. And I think Noon's got my Storm Eidolon, so we'll stop by there. Just gathering up here, don't mind me. I don't know if Atos is going to be better or worse, because Bo's got those debuffs, and I don't know that I can do it without the debuffs. And I don't have any more detailed food. Hey Plinko, if you're handy, would you be able to send some detailed food to Atos? Just because I'm running it on him, thanks to you. Honestly, watch him be, like, massively better. And then I have to accept that Bo still isn't very good. Or at the very least that I'm not very good at Bo. Grab my A while I'm here. Yeah, I knew I had my Storm Eidolons here. I'm pretty sure he's got his own relic. Well, that's the Eternal set. No, I guess the only thing I really needed from her was the Eidolons. Wait a minute. What do you mean by that, Klepto? What's wrong with Odin? Does he look like somebody that does evil or something? Wait, that should be good, right? Alright, I didn't end up using her, but maybe I should have. Once you're at level 70, you're gonna have to start working towards level 75, Ranga. The level 70 armor is pretty good. It's got speed and whatnot on it. Alright. So if Plinko so kindly sends detail damage food to Atos, or drink to Atos, we'd be fine. But I'm gonna grab both my foods here. And then we want... I should probably repair my gear a bit too. Just so it's not gonna break on me! Alrighty, that's specific to her. I don't think this is actually the ideal set to use because I am way over-tapped on crit damage. Yeah, 100% waste of crit damage happening right here. My Rachel in arms. Need that. Need that. Yeah, that should do. Hey, Lousy! I can't wait for Odin to be out in Aura Kingdom Impact so I can not afford him there. Demon Invasion main quest. Is that the one in Rain Mist Reach? Oh, you know what, Lassie? I was actually cleaning up my desk because I was cleaning up just various things, so I thought it was important that I get my hands on a reset. But you're right, I should add another copy. That'll help us with the next abyss. Okay. That's everything, right? I got my anima, I got my emblem, I have the accessories from the other. I'm pretty sure he's got his own... I'm pretty sure he's got his own mount for storm damage, so that should be fine. Alright, Atos. You ready to make a fool of yourself? No, we're gonna do good. I have no idea. The problem with the whip is that it's got to get up and personal with it. So the struggle I was obviously having... Oh, a better battering food too. A better triple battering food. Thank you, Plinko. Alright, let's come down here and say... Odin needs a proper name. And I haven't actually re-rolled his stars, so he's not really the ideal Eidolon to be using here, but if I upgraded his skills a bit... Would Jormungand be better? Might be. Not her. That's just offense. Honestly, she might be better because she's got the lifesteal skill. Or Kingdom Impact players just can't relate. But we'll try it with the cool dude first. What is going on with me here? Why is everything in the second slot? You know, Clifto, I think I was worried about the star stones at the beginning. But the longer I played, the more I just naturally gathered up, so it became a non-issue over time, which is a very bad thing for people that are just joining in, because we've had months where they gave us like a couple over 1,000. I was gonna say a couple thousand, but I'm pretty sure it was just over 1,000 for logging in. So with all of that building up over time... Oh, I don't have any of my tonics? Oh. Aw, thank you, Lousy. Unfortunately, I can't use it for this challenge because it's going to be a bit too hard. Oh, got Attacker's Blessing for 3 minutes. How nice! It's going to run out before I even get inside. Should I go grab more items? Okay, I am going to get some, I am gonna make at least a flame tonic. But yeah, so Plinko, a couple months they gave us like over 1,000 of those, and I was able to use them to target the Eidolons that I specifically needed. And while originally I was very concerned about the fact that they had an extra archive for upgrading Eidolon skills, I surprisingly hit the limit of that as a free-to-play quite quickly. So it's in here, they have the upgrade rewards. I hit this limit like super easy, and now I just save them for when I get an Eidolon that's actually got some decent looking skills. Nope, not there. I suppose I should probably make a whip potion too, but I guess I don't have anything for it. It's fine. We'll just do a elixir of flame and then blame it on the class being worse when inevitably I can't beat it. Even though I don't have the same amount of supplies. We'll throw some of these in the skill bar. Sure, why not? Yeah, Eidolon equipment in terms of like the actual equipping on your Eidolon, like regular armor and stuff? No, that's brand new to Impact. And I guess I kind of like that they're trying to make it so that the Eidolons are a little bit more valuable than just debuffs. But the idea of having to fart up an entire another set of armor, just, I don't vibe. So right now, I kind of half stuck my last set of armor that I didn't move over to my alt onto my Eidolon. It's not even fully equipped. Anyway, wow, he's got a lot more... Okay, we have the same issue. How is my gold? I don't have enough to reset. This isn't gonna work. This is not gonna work, so I need some gold. As you can see, my alts are a little bit sad because I gather up all of my gold and spend it on silly things. So we're just gonna steal from Midday, and we're gonna send it to Atos. Where are you? Where is he? Atos. Here. I think we probably need like 200. Interesting. I didn't know that they'd thought about it before, but I'm not gonna lie, if they had implemented it in this game, and these guys wouldn't just be stuck not doing any damage to pen shields, maybe that means that we wouldn't need the benefits of like reducing tenacity, which I can't mouse over because my thing will vanish. Well, it is what it is at this point. They've made their decisions. Perhaps Aura Kingdom Impact is beta testing stuff for us. I don't think that's how it works. Oh, I don't like the lack of buffs I've got going on. This is gonna go very badly, I can feel it. I don't even have any event buffs that I could throw on here. Oh shoot, there's one item that I refuse to do this without. And I don't want to walk back to the bank, so I'm gonna waste some LP. Hit me with one of those Navian Noble Cuisines. Anything else in here that I could use? I don't think I need Searing Light Dust, but I'll grab one anyway. Oh my gosh, Yukinessa, thank you so much!
A little support for you to keep making act content.
That's the first time I've heard the TTS voice. It caught me off guard. Thank you so much! And Klepto, I think the fun part is when one of my guildmates has an Eidolon that has more damage than my character has. I think that is it in terms of items that I could steal to attempt to buff myself. I don't see anything else that I could use. Alright. Searing Light Dust is 30 minutes, so I might want to save that for a bit. Actually, how's my pen? I need 220, right? Perfect. Watch me not have any buffs. Oh no, I do have some. Oh shoot, and I didn't reset the stats. Okay, so resetting the stats. As you can see, it's completely useless to have 99 points in damage when we're going into this kind of dungeon, and speed could clearly use revision. So we're gonna throw everything into crit, and whatever is left into speed. Still sucks. And that's the other thing about bow, is that I have that massive crit rate buff that comes from the envoy. And I don't think this is worth having all in HP either. This is probably a mistake. I get the feeling this isn't gonna work. And I forgot to grab the buff. I really should have brought all the other buff items. At least the holy manual, even though I don't have any holy skills that I actually use. At least it would have given me some stats. Oh yikes. Oh yikes. That was pathetic. Oh boy. I think I've signed up for something I cannot hack here. Wait, did I just use 2? Honestly, might be time to use... Alright, activate angry mode, and then hit him. I actually haven't played this class in quite a while. What do you... Oh, I think they might have still been stunned or something. So I think what I've got to do is just wait. Oh, I think Whip is actually quite a bit of fun, as you might be able to tell by the fact that it's one of the 3 classes that I have cap level. But once I've got my my circle full, then I can do enough damage to just tank their faces here. So that works fine for these guys, but I'm not sure what to expect when I hit the boss. What do I silence when you guys? Alright, hit you with the... yes, this is a Storm Whip, because I do not have any way to build physical properly on my account here. I don't have a maxed out physical Eidolon, and I don't have anything, like, in terms of gear for physical building. So I bet you if we look at my physical damage... yes, negative 63%. Gosh, my Storm isn't even that high. Well, it is what it is. That's what happens when you build a Dark Archive and then try to play every single class. I don't know what to expect out of this, so, Basically, I think we just have to wait until I activate my Blood Rush, because I'm barely doing anything here. So the main benefit of Blood Rush is getting a ridiculous amount of bonus hits. It appears this is possible. I just have to kind of play it safe-ish. And quite frankly, I don't even know how much extra HP the last incarnation has, but this is a little bit boring. Storm is basically the only element that's even thinkable besides physical. You've got one holy skill. And everything else is physical or storm. So you don't really get an option. But its strength is definitely the massive amount of extra hits that it gets. Alright, this is completely doable. So, what I'm gonna do is, while I'm kind of just suffering from not being able to debuff him, I'm gonna come in here, and we're gonna look for a contract that will help. Oh, right, I've got Flockia. Why the heck am I not using Flockia? And then, physical characteristic skills, damage to bosses, there we go. My Nightmare Certificate. If I had died trying to use my Nightmare Certificate, that would have been funny. And my Flockia! Trying not to die while I'm not looking at the boss. Yes, that's correct, Klepto-Bismol. It's just got a massive number of hits. Like, especially when you activate Blood Rush Release. I'll kind of mouse over it here for a minute so you can take a read if it's clear enough to even read on the screen. While in explosion state, all Whipmaster skills have an additional chance to deal up to 3 battering, and dual drive is guaranteed to trigger. So you're getting just a frick ton of hits in. I'm not sure how much. The lifesteal from our beautiful lady here is helping. So what if I were to switch to Jormungand? If I start immediately not being able to keep up on healing, we know the reason. Okay, yeah, no, she was actually massively helpful. One down. Oh. That's okay, Percival, you deserve that heal. Yo, is my... Oh, the heals do nothing because I've got no damage. Whatever, we'll just use one of those. I don't have a pet, do I? Receive 9% less damage from Storm Element, and move speed is not helpful here, so... Take a quick peek at our pets, see if I've got somebody that helps with damage a bit. Well, something like detail damage would be nice. Damage dealt plus 1%. Oh, that's perfect! Queen of Hearts! Welcome to the team! Oh, don't worry about Kerberos. There's 3 more where that came from. Although, hopefully I can manage to take him out. Honestly, Percival kind of coming in clutch here. She may not be a full DPS support Eidolon, but the lifesteal and the extra dual drives, I'm quite confident that she's kind of carrying me here. Which is a shame, because I would much love to be using, or much prefer to be using cool Eidolon. The Nocturnal does still work because I'm still doing numbers in the hits, right, Yuki? It's based off of this damage here that you're seeing in the numbers, so it's not very much from my weapon, but from this skill, 12% to restore HP, that's doing the heavy lifting. Because, take a look at that. 6-second cooldown with a 6-second active time, so that's basically always active when you've got her on the field. Which makes her, as I'm learning right now, a very comfortable pick. How many minutes do I have on my timer? 10 minutes. I'm sure we can beat the boss in 10 minutes. He can't kill me, it's just... it'll take me a while to kill him too. Hello, Inlet! Welcome to the suffering! Oh frick, I don't even have my master classmaster certificate! That's sitting on frickin' Philosophia! I have so many sources of stats that I just forget where they are. Did I even use an Elixir of Flame? I don't think I did. I don't know if this can get back strikes. I hope we get him. Hades, Ares, Merlin, Aladdin, Hodor, you know, any male Eidolon, and not another Zeus slowly. Yes, I'm not a huge fan of the Zeus design. Feel like it was obvious that they were going to be doing, it's obvious that if they were going to be doing any new Eidolons, the first one would be a lady, because that's apparently where all the money is. But, man, it just... Even in this game, the more recent dude Eidolons that they've released were kiddo types, which I guess kind of makes sense because they want to have more, like, representation of the small body types inside the Eidolons too. But I'm just not a fan. Alright, now that I'm kind of locked in and I got all those extra... a couple extra bonuses on, we're doing pretty good. This is just time-consuming, it's not hard. Bo was hard. This guy is just face-tanking it. Like, I don't feel like I'm in danger of dying because I've got enough lifesteal here with Percival, although frankly, I could have just used Percival on any character. Maybe not Bo though, because Bo doesn't hit. And Bo still wouldn't be able to face tank like this even with Percival, I think. Merlin! I would love to get Merlin, but as you might have seen when I was goofing around with, or looking through my gold on all my characters, I'm not exactly in a position to be picking up a Merlin right now. Yeah, when it comes to the costumes, it's even in this game, they rarely release costumes for male characters now. Like that sand one that they released recently, that was one of the default starters in Impact. I absolutely adore that one, but I wonder if it's just because they haven't given us anything else to like recently. I keep forgetting to activate this in time. You don't even have to wait for it to be full, you can just activate it at any time. And stop it. Oh my gosh, this is so much easier. So... I guess what we've learned is that they were right with is S tier. He's got worse gear, so he's not doing as much damage, and then he immediately dies because I was getting complacent. But he's got worse gear, so he's not doing as much damage, but... It is so much easier. I'm not walking on the edge, except that now I'm apparently these mobs are hitting a bit too hard. Be careful. wait for her to get into her rotation here so that she's got it active and I'm not dying. Maybe silence one of them. I rarely remember to use Hauling Salvation. Try and fit it in the mix here so that I take a little less damage. It's a silence, right? Yeah. Well, look, Plinko. It's, I did beat 2 bosses, so we're doing fine. We're in the doable. But you know, it's funny because the first time I walked in and immediately just, like, died, my first thought is, oh, this is not happening. But that level of difficulty where I have to sit here and use my Blood Whip on them, like, what, 40 times? For them to die? Is that fun? Is that the level of difficulty that is appropriate? I feel like it would be a lot more fun to be, like, on my bow, where I've got to be really careful to make sure that I'm not taking too much damage and I'm stacking my rotations properly, but maybe not taking, like, what, 5 minutes on a room of mobs because they just hit so hard that all my progress is erased if one of them gets a bite in? So when they're asking about what kind of difficulty is appropriate, I think that for people at my stage, where you're endgame, but you're not, again, I'm not the top 100 archive, so gear alone isn't going to get you through this. Yeah, in party mode, if I were able to be on my bow and not trying to deal damage, just make sure that all my debuffs are stacked, I think that would be a lot more fun too. But like, with Percival here, like I said, he's just kind of face-tanking most of the damage as long as we get in the right rhythm here where I'm making sure that they've constantly got Blood Whip hitting them. Yeah, I guess what I'm thinking is that this is not hard to do. Warbow made it hard because I actually had to think about what I was doing. So I don't think that this level of difficulty is fun. Whale gear. I was just thinking that maybe if I had a manual box here, I could grab one, but I don't think I do. Yeah. Oh shoot, yeah, that's right. My, when I died, my, contracts and stuff were set. You can silence bosses, right? That didn't seem like it did anything. You want to know what the real tragedy is? What is it? Which one was it? Dionysus? They made him into a child! I mean, at least he's a guy, but a child! Hashtag not my Dionysus. Oh shoot, I'm actually about to lose my trial status. It does put me back in the main room where I can take it again though, I think. Yeah, I know they get an immunity to silence, ice, and stun and whatnot, but it kind of felt like that did not actually stop him from using skills. Oh, and of course he was stunned at that one, so... Exactly, Lousy. But the worst part is that the design looks so cool! So if it had been a cooler dude, It would have been amazing, but instead it's a kiddo. Yeah, not in our version though, so I can't show you in-game like in the preview. Released in Taiwan in the last year, so it exists but not available on our server yet. What's your durability doing? It's fine. Okay, Lousy. No. I'm not a fan of the lowlies that are actually 100 years old, so I will not stand by and allow it to happen for the young guys either. Alright. Next call. And refresh the buff. I don't know if these mobs are gonna kill me, but just to be on the safe side, I am gonna throw her in my skill bar here. I don't think I have any buffs to refresh. Nope. We go! Hit you with the silence just till we get our flow going here. I should probably be healing still anyway, just to keep up my stacks. I kind of wish this thing would flash when they're about to run out, because I can't see it in my skill bar up here. Oh no, I can actually. No, wrong button. Yeah, 100% lousy. I'm not a fan of that trope, and I won't allow it for young-looking dudes so much as much as I don't allow it for young-looking ladies. And I lost my stacks. Yeah, I guess you just gotta appeal to the market that's buying, even if you don't want to. That is what it is. Not watching a ton of anime. Oh, you took a look. Yes, there was a couple older-looking dudes coming, but the Dionysus, I think, has the coolest design and is completely wasted on a little kiddo. So, let's send a petition to X Legend to get them to make a costume that is the adult version. That sounds really, really bad. Adult version Eidolons. I still need to make a New Year's tier so I can have all three. 100% lousy. Let's make that happen. That's what I want. Alright, here we are. Final boss. And this will be the end of the stream. Because I have some places I need to go today. Oh yeah. You go away. Let's see. Hold on. Discord. There. Where is my stream chat? There we go. That's Dionysus. You can trust links because it's coming from me, right? Oh, yikes. We're fine. Exactly! You get where I'm coming from, Klepto here. 100%. I love the design, just I really wish it had been an adult design. He's not in our server yet, though, so I don't know what's going to happen when he comes out. I don't think I'll be able to afford. Oh, yeah, I think Twinkle's been infected. Everybody please make sure to block Twinkle on Discord. Psych. Whoa! That's what I get for trying to make jokes, huh? Well, I was looking more at just like the design of the character, but keep my stacks up, then hit you with the I'm pretty confident this took longer, but like has my spur run out? Can't tell. I'm just gonna use it again anyway. I have no idea what song you're talking about there, Lousy, so you might need to send it to me on Discord for context there. Actually, while this is up, can I hit him with a whip flurry? Is there another one of these? I keep forgetting that whip flurry is a good debuff because it's just so inconvenient to use. Having to stand still and not... There we are. 100% Klepto. But there we are. I managed it again on another character. So, as we've clearly learned, Whip is indeed an S+ class. Anyway, victory lap. Hit you with the Odin and let's go. I was gonna say, watch me not even have proper cards on my costume, but I think we're all good here. Boss, damage received from boss monsters down. Crit damage on boss monsters. Damage against bosses. Yeah, we're fine on the cards. They completely gave up on doing non-humanoid eidolons. Like, I get if they wouldn't think that they would sell, but maybe just have more dungeons where non-humanoid eidolons spawn. Oh, yeah, I forgot. We're in the easy mode, so the bosses and floors are all gonna be borked. Yep. Alright, we'll take a look at it afterwards. Hey, Rain! You missed the fun! Where I struggled through the same dungeon with 10 rooms for over half an hour. And now I'm just doing the victory lap through the easy ones. Now. Actually, the last boss I think took me slightly less time this run than it did in the video that I put out, so I'm learning. But what I also learned is that I forgot that my Classmaster certificate is sitting on an alt character, and I could have been using it this whole time. Oh yeah? Why is it intentional if the ice one is on top? Does it count as like having both elements or something? Nice! I don't even know which one I'm gonna need. But I've got two now. I have so many enchantment cards. So many enchantment cards. Ugh. Ah, okay. But then does that mean that the ice one isn't an extra element? It actually does replace it? Oh, I've got a level 10 Azarian on. I should quickly run over to the Gaia. Interesting. Although I won't be able to get very far in 5 minutes. Oh, I could be not enunciating properly. I actually only have water with me today, and I was so locked in on fighting that I never even got a chance to drink any water. Anyway, I'm just gonna hop on over to the, to Gaia while I've got my level 10 Azurian on. I completely forgot that I had that. I've been slacking on my dragon points this month, so... I know. See, truth is, I went out to a cafe this morning because I had a free coffee at the cafe. And then when I got back after rollerblading uphill, I wanted a cup of water. Uphill rollerblading is probably my least favorite thing in the world. I shouldn't say that, but it's not very pleasant. Yeah, just had a nice time at the cafe, you strap on the rollerblades, and then you gotta just, like, climb. How far can I get in 5 minutes? 3 minutes. Oh, actually, 3 minutes and 54 seconds. They ran an event last month where you were able to get like a heck ton of full keys from Gaia, and I kind of miss it. Hey yo, someone's selling Vaughn for 350G? He must have been very, very easy to get on that last Paragon. I got one. I'll zip up another little guy Eidolon. Oh, just a little bit more and then we'll call it for the day. I'm thinking... The thing that I'd like to do is obviously work on the project that I've got due at the end of the month. But I'm thinking I might run down to the store and pick up a Stream Deck, because I was looking and the Stream Decks are on sale at a local store today. Well, not today, they're on sale for a little bit, but I've got the day off work and I kind of just... yeah. I really wish you wouldn't call him that, Plinko. Minutes. Yeah, no, I'm not even at my first copy of RC. And I need more dragon points for my, a couple more weapons for that Awakening Holy Chest. And of course I'll turn all of these key fragments into Eidolon coins. Oh, yeah, I didn't use the Searing Light Dust because I've got exactly 220 pen on the nose, so that was just right. I actually forget how does he get more, how do I get more pen on a whip? Well, I'm glad I could spread the whip propaganda, because everybody's been memeing on whip for being terrible, but the truth is it just kind of dropped at a weird time and nobody wanted to level one up and actually build it. So I don't think there's anybody that's like ultra built on whip. But as you can see, it was very comfortable compared to Warbow in, I mean, I guess you weren't here when I was actually running the Abyss on Warbow, but it was so much more comfortable. I do like Whip, though. It's got pretty bad gathering up mobs in dungeons, but once you got them all gathered together, the AoE on this thing, the Blood Whip, it's not bad. Oh, you actually watched the video. I ran it again today just to show how suffering it was to do the mobs, because I didn't bother recording the mobs when I was doing it for the first time. Looks so cool. And the effects of his skills look even cooler. Even Lux said it's a good class. You know, people memed on me for saying it was good in the past. You can't come back now and apologize just because somebody else said it in the Discord. Oh, my stone's gone. Yeah, we'll call it here. After I finish this, we'll finish up for the day. But yeah, it's been Whip has been looked down on so much, and I still have one person in particular that'll give me sass about saying that Whip is actually a good class, and it's like, it's not bad. But between Guitar and Whip, I definitely think there's no question that Whip is much more comfortable to play. They could have done so much more with Guitar. And that's what I'm worried about for Warbow too, Klepto, is that right now the main draw when I look at the Warbow's skill set is the debuffs. So without that, what do they even have? Like when I was stacking those precise shots, that was over 60,000 defense reduction. Yeah. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. It was quite a bit longer than I was intending to go. I figured 45 minutes to run the Abyss, but it felt a little bit lacking at that point. I'm glad we managed to get through on Atos too, because that puts me slightly closer to being able to make one of those high-level weapons, eh? I have to decide which one I want. I'll probably end up doing Wizard, because my Wizard is the only flame class that's at a high enough level, right? 1 second. Let's check it out. I have Ravager? Maybe Ravager? No, because my Ravager's not S35 yet. Let's see. Yeah, Wizard is basically the, of my ones that are over S35, Wizard is basically the only one that could use a fire weapon. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to attempt to make my way up to getting a Wizard weapon out of it. We'll see what happens. But that's going to be it for today. So thank you so much to everybody that joined in, and we'll catch you next time. Probably on Thursday. I have Thursday off work as well, so on Thursday... if you Google the name Atos, you'll figure out why I used that one, Klepto. Anyway, well, hopefully on Thursday I'll try to plan something for Thursday, and it'll be a surprise. Anyway, bye!